everyone, it's Bob Perkins with AA-ISP's Inside Sales Studio, bringing you another Monday Morning Sales Minute. I'm here with a special guest, Brent Hansard. Brent, how are you doing today?
Doing phenomenal. Thank you so much for having me, Bob.
Hey, the topic is pretty exciting. It's about career progression, and there's a lot of opportunities for today's biz dev, inside sales reps. You can go into management. You can go into different parts of your company. Some of you also have the desire to get into field sales. That's exactly how Brett's career progressed. He's going to share some ideas. If you're a inside rep, a biz dev rep, how you can prepare today for that next step into a field sales position. So Brent, go ahead and share your ideas.
Oh, absolutely, Bob. Well, first off, the most important thing if you're looking to move into a field role is to crush it in whatever role that you're in. If you are an SDR setting appointments, then by setting the most appointments in your field and being able to show that you know how to gain access to those C-level decision makers, or if you are an inside rep, being able to close those larger, more complex deals and having a record of that. But most importantly, being able to say that you were number one or number two and whatever the top percentage is in your class, that goes a long way, especially within your organization. That's probably the best chance that you have as far as moving up, because people know you, they know, what you're capable of. And whenever they see your name, every quarter or every year, whenever the report comes out up at the top, then you get noticed.
That's great. It's like being, having great quarterback stats in college. You're going to be looked at for that draft.
Exactly right.
What's another tip?
Probably one of the most important ones is to make your desires known.
Yeah.
There's so many times, that jobs get posted and the decision's pretty much already been made. They've already got someone in mind. So, by going to whoever manages that team that you're wanting to move into and letting them know that, hey, my desire is to join your team. What do I need to do? And by letting your direct manager know, if you're not wanting to move into the field, maybe you're wanting to be a manager, ask them what you need to do to get better, and take any advice they have and execute on it.
Yeah, I always say that moving your career along is mostly your own responsibility. Yeah. Don't wait for somebody to tap on your shoulder. You make it known. That's a great tip. And you have one or two more?
Absolutely. So I think finding a good mentor or multiple mentors, if you can, is absolutely critical. Those can either be, if it's the hiring manager for whatever role you're wanting to go to, that's phenomenal, because then you can help, learn whatever traits they're really looking for and mold yourself into that. But if it's not, whoever you're wanting to move into, try to gain someone in that role as your mentor so that you can go over, different things, what they do differently, what they did to get where they're going. And, take advice that they get, whether it's reading books, taking online learning, doing whatever you can to learn those skills.
Great. And then finally, I think you have a fourth tip you'd like.
Fourth tip, yes. And that's make yourself as marketable as possible. So whenever you are applying for your next job, put those statistics out there for, where you ranked and, how many people there were in that class so that people can see, because everyone says on the resume, that they were a great salesperson. Being able to prove that you were is phenomenal. And, LinkedIn's a great tool for that. If you, post content, post your thoughts, people see that. And I kind of see it as, whenever you do an RFP, you really don't want to do a blind RFP, because then you're just sending in a piece of paper. You don't know, what the response is going to be. But if you can gain access early on to people and let them kind of know who you are, then that'll increase your chances of getting that interview.
These are great tips. Crush it. Make your desires known, right? Talk to your boss often about your desires. Get a mentor or two and become marketable. Really good tips. And Brent, tell us on a personal note, you live in what city again?
I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. You may be the first Tennessee person we've had on the broadcast. Maybe, I'm not sure. But you spent how many years in inside sales?
I was in inside for a little over 3 years.
And then you did all these things and recently took a position as an enterprise business development executive in the field where you're prospecting and closing deals. And how's the transition been? Has it been well worth it?
Oh, it's been great. I feel that the skills that I learned in Inside really helped translate well and have led me being successful in this role.
Well, you and I talked earlier about you participating on a panel or discussion at the Leadership Summit in April on this
Hmm.
topic of moving your career along. So we look forward to seeing you in Chicago.
Oh, I'm so excited for it.
All right. Thanks again for sharing your tips today. Everyone, until next Monday, good selling. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bob.